Auckland SPCA inspectors often cover a lot of ground, and today Tristan's been called down country to a complaint about a sick calf.
I've received a complaint of a black and white yearling that appears to be in thin body condition. He's not able to stand or to weight bear, so just basically going to check out the situation and see what's actually going on there. I'm Tristan from the SPCA.
Yeah.
We've had a call about this black and white fella here, how he's not weight bearing on that hind leg.
Yeah.
And that he's in really sort of poor condition. What's going on with him?
We don't know, that's how we got him.
Okay, has a vet actually checked?
No, not that we know of.
Okay, because as far as I'm aware, you know, they need to be weight bearing on all four legs, and it's not really acceptable to have him with one leg swinging there.
Well, it's not, none of them are ours anyway. They're getting picked up this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you should be looking at the horse next door.
The calf is in pain, but the woman, oblivious to its suffering, prefers to focus on the horse next door.
Has anyone actually had a vet out to see the animal?
I don't know, why don't you get a vet out?
Okay, well I will. I'm going to do that right now.
The animal is not owned by this woman, and with no one accepting responsibility here, Tristan takes control, begins the search for a local vet to assist these unloved animals.
Hi, it's Tristan calling from the Auckland SPCA, and I've got a yearling that looks to be in shocking condition. Is there a vet that's available to come out and check the cow for me? Great, thank you. Bye. Got a vet coming. They're going to be here in a few minutes to check the cow out. They sort of seem to claim that it's not really theirs. It's supposed to be going off on the weekend, whoever owns it, but I don't think it's actually fit for travel, so I just want to get a vet out here to check it and see what's going on.
This puppy was seized by the SPCA after being brutally beaten by a man who stole her and broke her hip. After the SPCA mounted a fundraising appeal for the cost of surgery, her life was saved. 2 weeks later, and she's slowly recovering at the Papakura Franklin Vets.
She's doing great. She's very bouncy and bright so soon after surgery, and our only problem is trying to keep her quiet. She's a rascal. I'm glad we've got the hip sling on because I think she's the sort of dog that will try and use her leg very early, and we want to protect it from wear and tear for a few days yet. It will be quite some time before we know if the fracture really heals. It's going to be 6 weeks or so. But, you know, I think we've given her every chance. I certainly think she's a case worth trying to preserve her hip because she's going to be quite a sizable dog when she grows up.
Vet Ruth Humans was shocked at the severity of the injuries Evie suffered at the hands of her assailant.
It was every bit as bad as any car accident injury. You know, it's an unusual fracture. Puppies don't typically fracture through that area of the femoral neck unless they've had quite significant trauma. So, in spite of her background, she seems pretty well socialised and she's still an extrovert and likes people, which is great. A lot of dogs with those kind of injuries or history can be fearful and difficult to handle. She's been very good.
Evie will have her sling removed in 4 or 5 days. After convalescing at the SPCA, she'll then be assessed to see if she's ready for a new home. Heading out west, Karen's paying a visit to a Newland pensioners' property. She's here to respond to growing concerns about a huge stray cat population.
I was here about a year ago. We got a call from the council to say that there was a lot of cats on the property, and there were about 20, maybe 30.
The pensioner feeds and loves the cats and doesn't want to see them go.
One day I just arrived and there was just a little note on the door saying, no more cats, that's enough now. He obviously wanted to keep some, and so without his help I couldn't remove any more. So consequently I'm back here again a year later, just on kitten season, so no doubt there'll be lots in there. Don! Hello? Oh, he's going to be scared. How are you? Hi, Don. We've just had a call about the cats from the council, so we just need to come down and have a look how many cats we've got.
Council, at some stage, someone inevitably complained that we got too many cats.
I know, Don. But remember last time we took about 15 cats from
16,
here.
actually.
16. Oh, there you go. So the council actually called me and wanted me to come back and have a look.
But they're not necessarily all ours.
No, I know that, but we just need to have a look. Can we go up? Can I go up the back?
You're welcome to have a look.
Thanks,
for one,
hon. Come on then.
Don lives here with his elderly bedridden wife who needs his full-time care. These days, the neglected property has become a wild, overgrown playground for the cats.
It's a
jungle
pretty well
out there.
full-time job, but you can see the
Wow.
place is very run down and that.
Don's turned this room in his house into a cat shelter with free food for all.
And they stay in this room at night time?
Yeah, they mostly come in at night, yeah.
Karen's impressed by Don's devotion, but needs to assess the size of his cat clientele.
Look, we'll go for just a little wander down here.
Yeah, it's a long garden.
So you think there's only about 16? You sure about
There's
16?
plenty of places they can go and hide. Well, this was all old people at one time, but now the old people are dying off and there's new families coming in.
Wow, it's huge, Don. I don't remember it being this long last time.
I used to grow on my own veggies and things like that, but these days I just don't have time.
A tour of the garden reveals hundreds of burnt-out cat tins, evidence of Don's love for the cats, but disturbing signs of a property needing attention.
They lose all sense of feeling in their
There they
hands.
are, look. See, this is just the evidence of feeding many cats.
I can tell you one thing, we don't get many rats down here, not any live ones.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. I don't think we can go much further because of the
Yeah,
tree.
there's another 30 feet or so down there,
Oh,
but it's
I'll
it's
believe
a
you on that one.
sort of-
The cats are well hidden and avoiding Karen.
There they are, look. I can hear them all jumping out of the trees and going into the neighbour's place.
When I get up in the morning and open the door a crack, they're up 3 feet high, climbing over each other's backs, and a little tiny one comes underneath.
Now listen, we need to start removing some of the cats again like we did last time.
Oh, we'll think about that when it comes.
No, we've got to start doing it, Don. We just need to shut them in, and I could go in and pick them up from there.
Yeah, oh,
Why don't we start as soon as possible?
yeah.
We need to do it, Don, and you know that. Otherwise,
I know
it just...
that. Yeah, well, we'll think about it. Yeah, you've got room down there
Yeah,
now.
we've got room.
What happened to all the ones you had?
Oh, I can't remember. It's a long
I
time
put
ago.
them down, yeah.
Oh, some of them possibly, but you know, we do try to rehome what we can. We always try, Don, but some of them, you know, it's just not fair on the cats to keep them.
Well, that would be the thing, actually, is not let them out in the...
Not let them out, and then I can come in the morning.
Yeah.
Monday morning, Don. Monday morning?
You're right then, yeah.
Are you on the phone?
No, we haven't got a phone.
Got a phone now. Will you remember Monday morning to
I
look?
remember that,
Good.
yeah.
Even if you put 4 or 5 in there,
Yeah, well,
and I'll go from there. See you, hon. This is the last job in the world I want to be doing right now. But unfortunately, it's kitten season coming on, so I have to get in there and get rid of some of the cats that he's got there. No doubt they're already pregnant and or undesexed females that we left previously. So I guess I'll arrive on Monday morning with a trap and some cages, and we'll see what we can do.
South of Auckland, the SPCA has called a local vet to diagnose a bovine problem.
It's got a back leg that seems to be swinging. It's not in particularly good body condition, and it just doesn't look right to me.
It doesn't feel like the pelvis is broken there now.
What's causing that leg to swing in like that?
Either the hip's dislocated or maybe the kneecap's dislocated. So it can't actually straighten its, it doesn't appear to be able to straighten its leg and take weight on it. What makes it difficult to make a simple diagnosis now is that some months have gone by, muscles have contracted, the animal's tried to compensate, and me, in simple terms, without x-raying, without anaesthetising the animal, can't just say what simply has gone wrong.
The calf has been living here in pain for some time, and Tristan is disturbed no one is taking responsibility for it. The youths claim it doesn't belong to them.
And there's been no veterinary treatment for him whatsoever, and nobody's even thought to get a vet out. Okay. Because, I mean, doesn't that visually just look wrong to you guys?
Yeah, well, he asked his boss about it and he said it was good.
I don't think there is a simple treatment to fix it.
The bigger it's going to get, the worse it's going to be. I mean, it just can't continue on like this.
It hasn't grown any much since it's been here at all. It's been that size the whole time.
Well, it simply really can't actually physically afford to get much bigger because it's not going to be able to carry its weight. I mean, it's already got everything all on its shoulders, on the front legs there.
Definitely a lot of pain.
They're not going to get that through the works. They're not going to be able to, you know, all it'll be good for would be home kill.
With Adrian confirming the appalling condition of the calf, its owner is notified and agrees to remove it.
Basically want to get this animal dealt with today. Just obviously if they've left it this long with absolutely no treatment, I can't see it getting major treatment just by the state of it. What I'm looking at in your prognosis of such a long chronic problem, I'm thinking euthanasia is the most humane thing to do.
But there's more to deal with nearby. The youths are keen to show Tristan and Adrian the neglected horse needing their care and attention next door.
horse has probably found it at some stage, which is why the front of the foot grows much faster than the back. Then the front of the toes have kept growing, and now the horse appears to have slippers on it. They will break off occasionally, but because the horse is not walking on the roads and it's on soft ground, the front of the toe especially is continuing to grow. With corrective trimming, and it may take 6 or 8 months, with attention the horse should be able to come right, but it definitely needs plenty of attention.
That one's hooves have been like that since I came back from Leeds in November, December.
Yep.
I might grab some phone numbers of farriers and go and speak with the owners.
Yep.
Tristan tracks down the man she believes owns the horse, but it's the same old story in this neighbourhood. He says the horse is not his and denies all responsibility.
And he said he's supposed to be coming around to pick it up. If he doesn't pick it up anyway, I'm going to shoot it and send it to the freezing works. I think his first name is Ian. I don't know his second name.
It's a frustrating exercise for Tristan.
He doesn't have the owner's contact details. He saw him in a sale. The horse has been just grazing on the land till he clears up his lease. He's had the farrier out to him about 6 months ago, but obviously it's not. He doesn't think he needs the ongoing cost of the horse. So yeah, just basically trying to get in touch with Bob, the farrier, and then to see what the horse is doing. Otherwise, it's getting it removed.
A farrier attempted to trim the horse's hooves, but after months alone it was untrusting and impossible to approach. Like the calf, the horse was put out of its misery. After 3 weeks in specialist care recovering from surgery, Evie, the German Shepherd puppy, has made it back to the SPCA.
Evie's just come back from Franklin Vets at Papakura. That's where she's had her surgery done. She's got a leg in a bit of a sling at the moment, which she'll probably have on for a few more days. After that, she's probably going to be on strict cage rest for at least another good 6 weeks after that. She hasn't kept quiet the entire trip back from Papakura, so yeah, she's still got plenty of energy and plenty of bounce.
As Evie, the stolen puppy, starts to settle in, an amazing coincidence is about to strike the SPCA.
I'm going to believe this one.
What?
Evie's brother.
Shut up.
No way. Just checked his ears on the way in. Tattoos, one number different from Evie's.
Oh, no.
Evie and her brother are 2 of 4 puppies stolen 3 months ago. They've both turned up within 3 weeks of each other and are readily identifiable.
Apparently got wheel of a van went right over his midsection. The guy down there just said he was in the dairy and the dog was lying outside waiting for him, and the van just pulled up and over the top of him and then took off, and he didn't get any of its details or anything.
While the boy puppy hasn't been beaten like Evie, he has arrived here after being run over while he was waiting for his would-be owners outside a dairy.
Did you just get the fright of your life? The only thing I would be worried about is potentially a diaphragmatic hernia on this side. It's a little quieter on this side, but
And his breathing's a little bit huffy.
But that's not unusual. But you know what? We wouldn't do anything about that for a few days anyway. So we're going to give you a few days, and you're going to rest, and we're going to keep you happy, and then we'll recheck you.
At this stage, it appears Evie's brother may have got off lightly.
I mean, obviously I'm not an x-ray machine, but there's no evidence initially that any bones were broken, so that would be great. That would be great if he's just a bit shocked out.
The next surprise is for the people who claim they own the puppy.
Possibly they don't know that the dog was stolen, so that's what we've got to find out. I'll have to notify the police who are handling the case of the original theft, and no doubt they'll want to talk to the young guy and see where he got the dog from, and we'll go from there. And obviously we'll have to notify the original owner as well that we've found another one of her puppies.
Hey, Don.
Karen's returned to the property where an elderly gentleman has amassed a large population of cats.
No,
Don? There's not many survivors in the kittens this year, actually.
Don's trapped some wild cats in his back room and now has to transfer them into Karen's cage.
Now here's your cage.
There's one older cat and this little tiny one.
Okay, Don, this is the cover, okay? Put this over the top, and it keeps them quiet, and there's a hole at the top. Don, you're going to take this inside with you.
Yeah.
Don't get scratched.
No.
Okay?
Fine.
Over the years, Don has fed many cats on this property, and the discarded empty tins remain as testimony to his enduring feline affection.
I'm worried about him getting scratched.
Karen lets Don cage the cats, and exercising elderly due skill and care, he doesn't take long.
And that one, Don, well done. Look at him, it's fantastic. Yes. That's right.
Well, that's starters anyway.
That's a good start. Okay.
Don was only prepared to sacrifice 2 cats, but with the threat of constant breeding and overpopulation, Karen must return again.
Well, I'm going to have to come back, obviously, on Monday, and this time I'll bring some more cages. Unfortunately, I had 1 cage today, so come back with some traps and cages and set them out the back and see what we can catch.
The supposed owners of the stolen puppy are coming in to collect it. Meantime, Rachel is ringing the real owner to let her know another one of her dogs has been found.
I've got some news. We've found another one of your puppies.
Oh, you're joking.
I'm not.
But staff are worried that confrontation may erupt and are not going to let the man coming in take the dog. He could be the person that stole him in the first place.
My only concern is what happens with him. If he's going to be a bit grumpy when he comes in, let's get that.
Remember, he doesn't know what's going on. We all do.
Yeah.
So maybe if the cop came in and just explained it to him and said, look, you know, it's not your fault. We're not blaming you. This dog was just stolen, you know, and unfortunately we can't give it back to you. I'm really sorry. That may come.
No, that probably won't be the way it goes. They'll be going.
But we'll let him say it. We'll let him say it.
Okay,
Todd, can you come to hospital reception, please? Todd, to hospital. Thank you.
The police are consulted, and undercover detectives are on site to help Todd greet the visitors.
Yeah, I'll make one from the other police. Yep.
Yeah, that's all right.
The dog that was brought in here. Yeah. Is that yours?
Yeah. As expected, Todd takes the brunt of the man's displeasure.
When did you tell me? Well, at the moment we didn't know. You could have told me on the phone. Yeah, no, that's the thing, we couldn't. Otherwise you wouldn't have turned up.
I would have turned up.
Well, this way, if there's nothing, if you don't know anything about it, then that's fine. Then we'll sort it out. But I mean, it is a stolen dog. Whether you know it or not, it is.
Although they claim ignorance of criminal activity, things turn nasty.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
You guys are under arrest, right?
Yep.
Okay. Sweet. You cannot tell us what to do.
So that's it.
Okay? So you can just shut up and sit down. Yep.
I didn't even steal the man's best friend.
Someone else's best friend.
How do you know it's been stolen?
Because it was reported stolen and it's got identifying tattoos in its ears. Do you want me to hold it?
No.
Well, ever since all
Okay, at this stage, we're going to go back to the police station and we're going to chat about it, okay?
If you guys didn't steal it, then it's not a problem. Okay, if you got it off someone, well, things started getting a little bit heated. So if you'd been calm about it, you wouldn't have.
Next, the police find the car the men arrived in is stolen and has a fake warrant and registration.
And that's your car outside, is it? Yeah. So you better tell me about that as well.
No, I didn't know nothing about that. Done the swap, mate.
Yeah. So who gave you the dog?
Actually, a cousin.
Backup police were called, and while the offenders were escorted to the police station, their children were safely taken home. Meanwhile, the centre of all the attention will remain securely under observation. Karen's back at Don's, and this time she's bought more cage traps to help reduce cat numbers. But there's no sign of Don today, only a personal note addressed to Karen.
In case I miss you, we will have to forget any cat reductions for the present at any rate. I need them to keep me sane, with an 87-year-old wife, semi-senile and a major heart condition. With practice experience, I can afford their food and keep them under reasonable control. None of my close neighbours mind them. Thank you for your past help. I am 82 and the cats are my only children and friends. Don.
It's a difficult decision for Karen.
What can I do, really? I don't want to take his cats. He's a nice old man, and as he said in his letter, that he's they're his friends and his children, and probably the one thing that's keeping him sane at the moment. So, and who am I to destroy that? So what I'll do is I'll just come back probably every couple of weeks, I think, and just monitor the situation and keep a check on Don and see how he's doing as well. Ultimately, I will be back here to remove the cat, but I think for now I'll just leave him and his wife and his cat alone.